Hi, I'm Steve Breen, founder of Prosperion Financial Advisors. As we wrap up yet another year of incredible progress, we'd like to take a moment to look back over the events of this past year. Experience reminds everyone that this exercise is crucial in maintaining a long-term perspective personally and professionally. So let's take a look at the predictions, the surprises, and the lessons that we all learned in 2014. From the record cold temperatures to the outbreak of the deadly Ebola disease, 2014 was a year of headlines. In spite of all the bad news, it was a profitable year for most investors, especially those who kept a long-term perspective. For the first 9 months, the markets wiggled, but steadily climbed higher. Then in October, some bumpy volatility appeared in the Dow, and it dropped 9.9% from its record high level just weeks earlier. While financial pundits and forecasters started yelling fire in the theater, calling for investors to sell. Those who panicked missed out on the growth that we saw just in the last 2 weeks of October, when we had an 8% increase from the middle of October to November 1st. Despite the wiggle, the Dow grew 3.5% alone in October. Once again, this demonstrates the advantage of maintaining a long-term outlook, turning off the noise of the media, and sticking with your plan. The plain truth, volatility is normal. So what drove the growth in the market? It certainly wasn't the negative news. In 2014, we saw record cold temperatures that stretched much of the United States into a long, cold winter. The Sochi Winter Olympics were followed by Russia invading parts and taking parts of Ukraine. The Malaysian passenger aircraft that went missing with over 200 passengers aboard. The outbreak of Ebola brought panic and fear to the United States, and it crippled large areas of Africa. A hack of Sony Pictures exposed employee social security numbers, private communications, upcoming movie scripts, and salary information. And here in the last weeks of December, Islamic terrorists have attacked a school in Pakistan and a chocolate shop in Australia. But as it often does, bad news is overshadowed by good. This year has also brought us innovations in energy production that is resulting in record low oil prices, demand growing and supply increasing faster than that demand. This will save consumers billions, giving them the ability to save, spend, and invest those savings. It's like a huge stimulus. The United States has gone from being a net oil importer to being on the cusp of being a net exporter with the application of technology and innovation. We're now able to find oil cheaper, faster, safer, and better. We landed a probe on a comet. That's incredible. The markets were challenged and broke all-time highs at several points in the year. In America, you responded with the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge that dominated social media, raising over $100 million in 30 days. So, as 2014 comes to a close, we look forward to this coming year. Though we don't make predictions, here are a few things that we do know. Americans are living longer. Odds are a couple who retires at 65, at least one of the two will live until 95 on average. That means that one of the two dies before 95, one possibly well after 95. And the real battle is protecting purchasing power over a 30, 40, or 50-year period after retirement. Well, across the entire spectrum of financial assets, there's only one that's demonstrated the ability to increase income faster than the CPI, and that's dividends of great American companies around the world. Number two, if your money is not growing or earning at a rate greater than the inflation rate, you're getting poor slowly. You're going backward. The slow erosion of your purchasing power is what cripples many investors late in life. Third, the best way to protect your money the purchasing power of your money is to invest in great companies. This has been true over the last 100 years, or as long as they've been keeping records. Stocks generally go up more than bonds. Bonds typically earn double the inflation rate. That's not a guarantee of the future, but historically, it's accurate. And finally, businesses will continue to try to do things faster, better, cheaper. They'll innovate, they'll solve problems, they'll serve markets, they'll make profits, they'll pay dividends, they'll increase those dividends and create value to shareholders. That's capitalism. That's the free market system. So regardless of what happens in 2015, we'll be here to help you. From growth to preservation and everything in between, we are so honored to serve and help you. Thank you for your continued trust and best wishes for a happy and prosperous 2015.